Are we here? Are we ready, kids? Hey, what's up, Ben? Welcome. Let me know if you can hear the music. I don't think I can. So, I think we're just gonna have to continue without it. Which is a shame. Yeah, Trailers Tuesday. Alright, let's get into it. Alright. So we're doing Call of Duty Zombies. Treyarch only, because it's the only good zombies. So looks like this does go in order for me. So that's kind of nice. Um, you highly doubt you have any issues this week. I, I hope. That's the dream. All right. I have played every map except for Black Ops 4, but I've done my research. But I mean, those maps don't matter because Black Ops 4 sucked. Anyways. All right. First up, Noctur on Toten, the first ever map, which is pretty basic. There's no perks. There's a box which stays in the same place. And gets there's like 2 doors to open. So we're putting Nock in D, just cause you know there's not much to do, no perks, no pack-a-punch. You can't last very long, but I recognize that it is a solid, not solid, an original map, which deserves some respect. Um, I know it was the first map. Yeah, it was the first map. Um, all right, we've pissed off Ben already. That's the goal. All right, we'll put it in C tier. All right, you're right. Yeah. After looking at what I got in other um in D tier, then yeah, we'll put it there. All right, Verruct. Another OG map. So they were starting off, and we got perks. I'm putting this in C tier as well. I like how Verruct starts you off separately, which is kind of cool, and you have to meet up in the middle when you turn on power. That's kind of neat, but not very much survivability, just because there's no Pack-a-Punch, and really not really much places to train as well. And Shino Numa is kind of in the same boat. Um, no Pack-a-Punch. It probably is a little bit better to train on Shino Numa. There was a glitch actually on World at War where you could limit the number of zombies, um, which is kind of silly. So you could seriously go forever on World at War if you exploited that. But yeah, teacher. I know they are classics, Ben, and I recognize that. So yes, they do deserve respect. Um, they were solid to begin with. They were good right out of the bat, but where we've come, they're just maps that are just so much better. You know, but they're not bad maps. Like they're not bad. They're just basic, and you can't get very far. You know. Um, However, then we have Doris or um the Giant, which I don't think is on. Yeah, okay. So the remake isn't on here, so I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna count the Giant with Doris, uh, which um I'm I'm putting Doris in S tier, right? Okay. So there's that. There's that for you, Ben. Um, Doris is the first time that introduces Pack-a-Punch. Um, a really fun way to get Pack-a-Punch by connecting all the teleporters. I enjoy that. So you have to work a little bit for Pack-a-Punch, but at the same time, it's not this huge quest line that's super complex and abstract. Um, One of the best camping spots in zombies. Um, really easy for newer players or not as experienced players. Um, really, really solid map and aged well when it was remade in Black Ops 3. Really solid and I mean became even easier in Black Ops 3, but everything became easier in Black Ops 3. Let's be honest, with Pack-a-Punch variants as well as Gobblegum. So yeah. Um, Also, a lonely soul 39 followed me 2 days ago, so shout out to you. uh, Anyways, so Doris S tier, first S tier. All right. Um, this okay. Kino der Toten is a yeah win for a new follow. Um, so Kino, um, really really good map. Um, I don't think that it is. I know that a lot of people this is like their favorite map. Um, I'm putting it in A tier, not S tier. Um, it's really solid. Um, pretty good train spot. You can make a yeah. Okay, thank you, Ben. Like it's a good map, but I don't think it's S tier. Like I don't think it's as perfect as the other maps in S tier. So um, the Pack Punch is fun. Um, it's got you know good perks. I mean, it's got the original perks. So, uh, but it's good. The super annoying part is really the what are they called? The gas crawler zombies, that explode, and it's really just more like annoying than difficult. But still good map. All right. Next we have five. Um, five, I'm not a fan. We're putting five in C tier. Um, the scientists, super annoying. Um, the location is cool, but the map is so anti-player. Like it is such a difficult map, and yeah, just that's it. And you could argue like get good, but like this this map is just really really hard for any experienced player, really. Um, and I think that everything looks too similar. Might be a little bit harder to navigate. But I mean, you could. I'm personally am pretty good at memorizing maps. But other people aren't. So if you took the time, I'm sure you could memorize it. But it is confusing. Um, and having to take elevators is annoying. Uh, which is a point in another map. But anyways, fives or five, not fives from Star Wars. Five C tier. Then Ascension. This is another fan favorite. I think Ascension is A tier. Um, you can get really, really high on this map of super solid training areas. The monkeys are annoying, but uh, so it's like impossible to consistently have a full amount of perks, especially if you're playing solo, which is really annoying. Getting Pack-a-Punch is cool. Having to ride all the space jumpers, the little mini rockets, that's fun. Um, I know that on its original map it had PhD Flopper, which you could just infinite damage, but in its remake in Black Ops 3 it also had uh, infinite damage, with the Thunder Gun as well as the Pack-a-Punch variants. So uh, super solid map, um, playable for any amount of players really, which is another point that I should bring up in these maps. Um, but yeah, solid, but not S tier. Call of the Dead. I've played this. I don't have too much experience on it. We're gonna put Call of the Dead in C tier. Uh, the Wonder Weapon is not that good. Dealing with what's his name, Steve, Shocky Boy, is really annoying. I'm not a fan of like this permanent thing that just keeps coming back and like to hinder you. Um, because you can defeat him, but then he just comes back, which I'm not a fan of. Um, but like it's not terrible. Like it's fine. The setting is cool. Uh, but yeah, I don't have much to say about Call of the Dead. So we'll move on to Shangri-La, which is I think better than Call of the Dead. I'm actually putting this down here. Um, Shangri-La is interesting. It's a cool map. But another map that's really anti-player, just really hard to train. There's not really anywhere to train. Um, you've got the different variants of zombies, which is cool. Um, and we'll get into having too much of that is a bad thing later. Um, but yeah, the concept is cool, but really anti-player, really difficult map. Um, and you can't get very far with it, unless you're a god player. So, all right. Moon, another fan favorite, um, and our first B tier. This map is huge, and I think the starting off thing is really cool. How basically you lost. The world is done, and the only place to go is the freaking moon. Uh, Ben says the moon isn't real, by the way. So there you go. Um, oh, I was gonna put chat on on screen. Let's do that. Uh, yeah, when America went to the moon first, it was really COD zombies. Yeah, that's yep, it's true. Let's make a chat box real quick. While I talk about moon. Um, Pretty annoying that um. Ooh, whoa. Let's calm down. Does that move my thing? Yes, it does. Okay, we're good. Hopefully. Um. Anyways, the moon is pretty annoying. How you um can't like pick the perk that you want when going to going back. It is annoying that you also have to go back to Earth to get Speed Cola as well as um what is it? Speed Cola as well as Jug. So that's a little annoying. Um, but it's cool. It's got a cool Wonder Weapon. All right, let's see if chat box works. Anyways, um, but the anti-gravity is pretty cool. The Easter egg is really cool and rewarding. Um, Good places to train, and really a cool concept. Like friggin' zombies on the moon, you know? So, but is a little difficult, and the fact that you have to go back to Earth to maybe get the chance of getting the perk that you need is annoying. And you have to go back to Earth to pack a punch. Um, so yeah. Okay, concluding Black Ops 1, we move on to Black Ops 2. And this doesn't include Green Run maps, but Town is like B tier, and the other ones are in C tier. So Town is good. It's got 6 perks. It's got Pack a Punch. Pretty good for training. Really nice for people starting out. Transit, the meme, the meme. Thank you, Ben. I will change that. Um, let's see. We will will do this. All right, how's that been? Try that out. What are we talking about? Okay, yeah, Transit. All right, the meme of zombies. If you were playing Transit with friends, it can be really, really fun. If you play with random people, which zombies with random people is already terrible, um, but it's F tier if you're playing with randoms. Um, if you're playing with friends, Transit can be really fun actually. Uh, really fun to mess around with. I really like the open world, which now that we have like actually open world zombies, I think this was a good start. It does suck that you need the bus to like go anywhere, and traveling through the fog is almost impossible, especially late round. Um, but Transit's going into B tier. I think it's really enjoyable just to mess around with friends. Um, so better, but still not very. Do you want it? Does it need to be bigger, Ben? Does font need to be bigger, or yeah, probably bigger. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Um, you think it should be A tier? That's fair. Okay. Anyways, all right. Nuketown zombies. I enjoy Nuketown zombies. I'm putting this in A tier. A small one of the smaller maps, but still, plenty of doors you can open. Really nice for training. You can get screwed over by uh, the. Okay, cool. Sorry you can't see your name. That's a little annoying, but at least you can see what people are saying. Anyways, um, so the randomization of the perks on Nuketown Zombies is interesting, um, and pretty cool. You can get screwed. You could go 25 rounds without having Jug, which is really difficult. Um, but it's a cool concept. Um, it's really only, pardon me, sheesh. It's like a maximum of 3 players. 4 people is just too crowded. Because with 3 people, you can have one person training in each backyard and then one in the middle, and it's perfect. But with 4 people, it can get a lot more difficult. Because where does the fourth person go? You know, so not good for 4 people, but 3 and under is a good time. And then Die Rise, not to be confused with Derice. I played Die Rise a lot, um, and my solo record was on Die Rise for a long time until the Giant came out. Um, have I beat that? I think I have on Ascension. Anyways, um, but I really enjoyed Die Rise. All it did have its problems. I'm putting it in A tier. All other people didn't like it, but uh, the elevators I think was the biggest thing, as well as you know falling to your death. I think people fell to their death more than actually dying from zombies. So take that how you will. Um, Dyrez is your fave? That's cool. That's it's a good map, Ben. I like Dyrez. The perks are randomized, which I is fun. Um, yeah, just yeah. I I got really good at placing the jumper thing. So I usually didn't have a problem with that. The Sliquifier is a um, really good wonder weapon. So yeah, I'm glad you agree, Ben. Not quite S tier, but I do think it's A tier. Yeah. Um, yeah. Everything on the map was fun. Um, it was cool how like navigating the upside down building. You know, that was fun. Um, and yeah. All right. On to Mob of the Dead. All right, here we go. Here we go. Spoilers. Mob of the Dead is the greatest zombies map ever made. All right, I will go to my grave with that one. Best zombies map ever. Okay, where do I start? The setting. Alcatraz Island. Such a cool concept and a beautiful map design. Okay. Uh, the whole like afterlife thing is a little strange and you have to get used to it, but once you get a routine down, it's great. um, the how you pack a punch is really cool. How you know fly off the island and don't quite make it off and make it onto the bridge, and that's really cool, and then you have to go back and do it all over again. The Easter egg is really sweet. um, The guns on there are really solid. The Wonder Weapon is really cool, but you also have like the AK-47 and the Death Machine in the box as well as the Tommy gun. Just really, uh, yeah, Blunderbuss, such a good weapon. Um, but just a really good pool of guns. Um, you've got good perks. I'm a really big fan of Electric Cherry. And then you have just the bonus stuff, like the Hell's Retriever is so cool and so good, and then you can upgrade it. You can get a golden spork and knife zombies with a spork until like round 35. It's ridiculous. Um, yeah, just such a such a good map. This Shiv? No, it's a spork. Um, anyways, do I need to say anything else about Mob of the Dead? Best map ever. I want to play it again. Oh yeah, shiv them with a spork. Yeah, shiv shiv the zombies with the spork in the prison. Um, and the characters are really good too. You get a break from the um the Black Ops 2 characters, which are annoying. You know, I mean, I didn't have too big of a problem with them, but the original characters are way better. But I'm a really big fan of the prisoners. So yeah, and then we have next up Buried. Buried came next, and this is also S tier, just perfection after perfection. Um, Buried, really cool map. I'm a little biased being the sheriff, and you know it's an old western town, uh, but there is a ton to do on this map. The Pack-a-Punch is really cool. How you have to navigate the mansion, and there's these creepy ghosts. The buildables are really cool. The wonder weapon is like busted. Um, the the big guy that opens stuff up for you and whatnot is a fun concept. Um, yeah, just a really cool map. Yeah, Leroy, thank you, Ben. Um, I honestly want to play Buried more. Uh, so hit me up if you want to play some Buried. You know, zombies night with the boys. You know. Anyways, Buried S tier. Um, his name is actually Arthur. Oh yeah, the bank had Buried. Yeah, you have the bank. Which was a concept that was adopted from Transit. Which carries over, which is cool. You know, was there a bank in Die Rise? I know there was the fridge. I didn't think there was a bank in Die Rise. Is there? Yeah, just the fridge. Okay, yeah. Anyways, okay, and then Origins. Origins was a really cool map. Um, it was cool to see, the literal origin story of the original characters. This map is difficult. Um, for people who don't know it, um, it is difficult. Primarily the Panzer. The Panzer is just like ridiculous. Um, the giant robots are cool. The weird place is cool. The staffs are busted. Arguably one of the some of the strongest uh, wonder weapons in zombies. I'm putting Origins in A tier. Not quite S tier, just because of how difficult it is for new players. Um, just because that freaking Panzer. Um, but it's really cool getting um, getting Pack-a-Punch and building the staffs is really neat, and then upgrading them is really cool. Um, the Easter egg is crazy. Really cool guns. The power concept is cool. So yeah. Solid map, but not perfect. And then we get into Black Ops 3 zombies, which I'm gonna need some water if I'm gonna finish this. Jeez, I'll be right back. All right. Anyways, next up, Shadows of Evil. Okay, so I think that a lot of people hated this map at first. I did, but I think it's one of the most well-aged maps in zombies. Um, really solid map. I'm putting Shadows of Evil into A tier. Yeah, into A tier. Um, Interesting story. Getting Pack-a-Punch is pretty cool. And then you've got the side stuff like building the sword. Is that what it is? The sword. And other things. The wonder weapon is ridiculous. Um, just really fun. Multiple places to train. Um, really good for any amount of players. And I think it's really fun. Now, um, I know this is actually some people's favorite maps, but anyways. Okay. Then we have Der Eisendrache, which is another S tier map. Der Eisendrache set in a castle, really sweet. Um, really solid map. The whole dragon heads, kind of like how they adopted the theme from Mob of the Dead. And getting the bow, which the the bow is the other like arguable best wonder weapon out of any map. Once you build it, I personally fan of the electric bow, which was busted. Um, Good places to train, as well as camping spots. Really cool way to pack a punch. Not too difficult. Um, yeah, just solid map. Really solid map. And then I think that Black Ops 3 kind of went into a decline. Um, and I don't think any of the Black Ops 3 maps were bad, actually. I think all of them were pretty solid. Um, but next was Zetsubou No Shima, and it was a really cool map, but I think it was just a little difficult. The spiders were interesting, um, but the guns were cool. Um, the way to pack a punch was a little annoying, a little difficult. Uh, yeah, Ben Shadows of Evil was fun. Um, but yeah, and I think that the same, just all the same reasons for Garad Krovi as Zetsubou. Just a little difficult to get pack a punch. Um, but still like a fun map. Um, Garad Krovi, super cool how you ride a freaking dragon, you know? And the boss fight is sick. Um, the robots, super annoying. Really, really annoying. But uh, this is a cool map. It's seems like you're in the middle of a war while at the same time fighting zombies, which is cool. Um, so yeah. Then Revelations. I think that Revelations is A tier. Uh, it just takes you down, memory lane. It's got bits and pieces from every some of the best maps, some of the most iconic maps. Um, really really easy map. You've got multiple wonder weapons, which are great. Um, the Pack a Punch is cool and crazy. Um, yeah, just like a really interesting map. You know how everything is just meshed together. I'm a fan of Revelations, so yeah. There, that concludes Black Ops 3, and then we get into Black Ops 4, which I won't spend a lot of time on. Um, yeah, okay. You've got Blood of the Dead, the remake of Mob of the Dead, the best map ever made. Blood of the Dead is F tier, which is shocking to some. Um, but they changed. uh, too many things about the map um, that just completely ruined it for everyone. Um, you never go to the starting room ever again. They got rid of the freaking bridge, one of the most iconic places of the map. It's gone. Um, and added other areas which are a little cool, but like it's not even this. They changed the map too much. Um, and apparently it's easy to ruin perfection because they did it. So, and then Classified, which is just a remake of 5. Like, why? Like, it's a terrible map already. Like, just it's F tier. Like, why did you remake this one? Voyage of Despair is a cool concept. 5, I think a lot of people enjoyed this map um, from Black Ops 4. Player friendly, interesting concept, being in ancient Rome in a Colosseum, pretty cool. But yeah, Dead of the Night, D tier. Just way too many different kinds of enemies. Just just oversaturated with uh, with different enemies, which I think sums it up perfectly. You had enemies that all required different types of weapons and ammunition to defeat efficiently, um, and was just way too chaotic for people. So D tier. Ancient Evil, which is in Greece, which I feel like is a cool concept. Um, and is fine. Yeah. And then Alpha Omega remake of Nuketown. They added a whole other area, which is kind of fun. I'm a fan of Nuketown zombies, but it's Black Ops 4 zombies, so nothing higher than C tier. Tagdertoten remake of Call of the Dead. It's got a nice sunset instead of this gloomy, foggy map that is hard to see. So that's fine. Um, so yeah, but I mean it's just Call of the Dead, you know. So D tier, like Black Ops 4, all of the DLCs weren't they all just remakes of maps? Which I don't know if the remakes happened in any other game, I think that uh people would have liked them more. You think so, Ben? But due to the fact that it was in Black Ops 4 and they just ruined zombies, because it was basically an afterthought for Treyarch, um, it just yeah, I don't know. It just failed to begin with. So, but I digress. That was the only reason to play Black Ops 4 was zombies. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, not many people played played multiplayer either. Like I said, in the Call of Duty tier list, you know, which is on YouTube right there. Okay, and then we have Cold War, which this is up to Firebase C. Uh, it does not include Outbreak, um, but Outbreak is still fairly new. Um, and I think Cold War is going in a really good direction with zombies. Die Machine Really solid first map, and shameless plug. Yeah, of course. Um, Die Machine, really solid to start off a zombies career. They changed a lot of things, but I think they're good changes. Um, it's kind of a map remake, but kind of not. Like bringing in Knock, the very first map, and having it just be a section, you know, and having this other area is really cool. This just Cold War Zombies is just so good for training. Like holy crap, so good for training. Um, Really cool concept with the upgradable perks, upgradable weapons, the weapon system. The 3-tier pack-a-punch is really sweet. It has something you can work forward, like work towards, you know. Um, and good Easter egg. Wonder weapon is pretty cool. Um, and extraction. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, it is cool how they added that. Um, yeah, but just solid. So yeah, Ben, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Die Machine is A tier, and then Firebase Z. Really cool map. How you teleport between two places, but it's not like super obnoxious to do so. Like you don't have to wait for something. It doesn't cost anything. You can just immediately go back and forth as many times as you want. Really accessible in an open area, at least in the second part. Um, the way you pack a punch is cool. Not too difficult, but you have to work towards something. Um, it's like another time where you're just like set in the middle of a war and there's zombies. When they like storm the beaches out of the jungle. Um, those parts are crazy. You know. The Easter egg is cool. Wonder Weapon is really sweet. I'm a fan of the Wonder Weapon. It's got different variant zombies, but not too many. I think it's a fine amount. Um, and yeah, um, a few really solid places to train. And I think that Firebase Z was also a win. It's not S tier. I think that it's about the same as Die Machine. So it's gonna go into A tier. So yeah, there is our zombies tier list. Um, yeah, I'm still plat 3 and R6, Ben. Yeah, I am. Yes, sir. We're just chilling. We're just chilling plat 3. So, yeah. Um Anyways, thanks for watching. Yes. Yeah, what's up, Ben? E10. What do you mean, Ben? What does that mean? Oh, you silly duck. Oh, you got me. Oh. Oh, and YouTube there's proof. YouTube can see that. Shoot. Okay, GG Ben. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you made it to this point, um, and yeah, there's our tier list Tuesday. Until next time, I'll see you next week. So, love you all, and we'll see you later. Bye.